Good morning, everybody. Class started a little late this morning. I wasn't sure there was going to be any class this morning. Some people say I have no class at all. But anyway, I am here. We're going to do a little show. I've got some things I want to talk about this morning. I'll give everybody a chance to make an arrival. As y'all may have noticed, I've been gone for a couple of days. And it was not by my own choosing, I'll tell you that much. Afraid little Suzy Smart had a setback, and I spent most of yesterday, well, most of the day before yesterday, I was in bed and not well at all. And then yesterday, at 4:45 in the morning, can't do anything at a normal time, I woke up in that same screaming pain, and I stuck it out till about 10 o'clock and called my niece, and she was not available to take me to the hospital. So I got to go ride in the ambulance, and so about 10:30 yesterday, they checked me into the hospital for a brief amount of time. And so, yeah, that was fun. And what was really fun, and I have never had this before, I've rarely, okay, these are 60s. I'm looking at what's in these containers while we chat. I have rarely ridden in an ambulance, and in Michigan, if you went to the hospital in an ambulance and you did not have anyone to come and get you, to take you back where they picked you up, they had a little tram bus that drove you home. Well, they don't have that here. We also do not have Uber or taxis or, okay, this is a nickel. We have a bus. Unfortunately, the bus stops running at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That makes no sense to me, because people need to get home from work. So anyway, it was too late for the bus. So I tried to call my niece, and I didn't get an answer. So I didn't have a way home. Realistically, I was going to have to sit in the hospital, sick as a dog, but no longer a patient, until 8 o'clock the next morning. Well, there was a very nice lady who had come in because she wasn't feeling well. It didn't have anything to do with COVID. She has a health issue. And her husband had brought her in. They lived in the next town over where I go metal detecting. And she told her husband, because she was hearing me on the phone getting more and more upset because I couldn't get a ride home. So she told her husband, ooh, this looks like S's, to drive me home, which I know was a little bit of a risk, but these people were just the sweetest people. And so her husband drove me home. I only live 3 miles from the hospital, but I just felt like there was something seriously wrong with leaving someone sitting at a hospital with no way home. Especially when they have just been poked, prodded, drugged. And when I say drugged, I mean like morphine kind of drugs. So I was pretty out of it. So Galax, Virginia, you need to do better on that, because there was no way. The weather was not particularly good. Oh my gosh. I want you to look at this. It's a 1947 S, but I want you to look. It looks like Lincoln has been shot. And in fact, Lincoln was shot. That is an oddball coin. This is a tube full of S's. I have more S's. I'm trying to sort my coins because some I am not going to be selling. And then we're moving on to the next bit of news. So anyway, they did make a little discovery, which to me was a big discovery that nobody had checked. And what it was, back in 2010, I almost died when I had ulcerative colitis. And one of the reasons that I almost died was that my potassium and sodium levels dropped to such an alarming rate that my organs were starting to shut down. Now, this was back in 2010. And the last thing I remember hearing the emergency room doctor say was if they did not get potassium and sodium into me immediately, my organs were going to start shutting down. Well, yesterday, I had this, so you know that they come in and they ask you the same questions over and over and over and over. Well, one doctor who came in and was asking me some questions said, have you ever had problems with your sodium and potassium? And my eyes popped wide open because the very last thing I remember that doctor saying in 2010 was if they didn't get my potassium and sodium levels up immediately, they were going to lose me. And then I didn't wake up for 3 days. So when this doctor said that yesterday, my eyes about bugged out of my head. And so they did blood tests, and sure enough, my potassium and sodium levels were low. They weren't as low as they were when I almost died. But this is a major clue that this situation has come back, and they don't know why it drops like that, especially because I take potassium and sodium every day. So now we have something to look at, and here in a little bit, I'm going to be calling my guy over at the University of Michigan and letting him know about that discovery, because it could have some meaning later on. I never connected those two dots because it was so far apart. You know, that happened in 2010, and nobody had mentioned those words. That's a 50. So I'm a little excited about that being a clue to what is going on in my body. It's not a usual thing. So we got that happening. I got 4 people ghosting in here. I don't know who they are. I wish they would say hi. There. Bigfoot. Silver hide and seeker. I hope we're feeling better. The brighter, the better. I'm feeling better today because they did. They gave me just a little bit different medication at the hospital than what they've been giving me before. The doctor did not feel that the ear, nose, and throat had done a very good job. My right ear is, as he put it, extremely infected, and he saw no reason for them to have ever put that tube in there. In fact, he seemed kind of angry that they had done that. So I am feeling better in that aspect. And then I got some announcements, and then we're going to do part 2 of the article that we were reading from the Louisville Daily Courier from April 23rd, 1845. It was such a long article that I'm having to read it in chunks because it's just a long article. And what it is, in 1845, there was no real standard for cash. Stores created their own paper monies. They created their own coinage. And because of this, as you can imagine, in 1845, there were some folks that thought, this is a lucrative business. Let's create some money that looks like other people's money and pass it around and make some money of our own. This article listed by state an incredible amount of these fake currencies. And I thought it was interesting to let people know about them because you may have one in your collection and not realize it's a fake. You may think you got the real deal. Don't pay smaller than your elbow in your ears. I'm going to remember that from now on. Nobody put nothing in my ears after this, except maybe words. So anyway, before I start reading that article, also, oops, I gotta turn this YouTube thingy on. There we go. That's so much better. All right, I got a couple of announcements that make me very, very happy. I received a couple of different emails. First one I got was from Suzy, and Suzy's message says that on this Saturday, on Pause Spare Time, they will be promoting the GoFundMe fundraiser being held to get me over to Michigan, where I can get into the case studies and also get back with the doctors who originally started diagnosing all this stuff before I had to move. I left Michigan for 2 reasons, but the primary reason was my house got flooded and it split right down the middle. So I had no heat, no air conditioning, no stove, no sink, no hot water heater. I mean, it just wiped out everything. And it was too much for me to fix. And it was in the middle of October, snow on the ground, so I headed south because I'm originally from the South, and I really didn't want to leave Michigan. I liked Michigan, and I had good doctors there. I know how the medical system works. I've already talked to 3 of the doctors now, and they're all like, please come back, because I have such an odd health system that, you know, I am the perfect lab rat. We'll put it that way. So anyway, Woozy has let us know that Saturday on Pa's spare time, they will be doing a little promotion to help me get moved back over there. What we're trying to do is trying to buy a motorhome so that when I have to go from one testing site to the other, I just move myself rather than, and I will be taking my car so I don't have to, you know, drive the car everywhere, but I will have a place to live that I don't have to keep changing around. So then I got another message letting me know that Sunday, starting at 1 o'clock, and I'm not sure if that's 1 Eastern or 1 Central, that the coin crew during their auction is supposed to be having a couple of little items that are being donated to my cause. So I would like to thank Woozy. I need to thank John Jacobs, Pa's Spare Time, the Coin Crew. I haven't had a lot of people in the community jump onto the fact that this is a really serious. The problem is they don't know what I have. They can't figure it out. That's why they need to get me where they can do the proper testing, and by getting into this research program, I can get tests done that my insurance will, you know, they just won't pay for that. So I want to thank all those people. I encourage you to go to Coin Crew's auction on Sunday at 1. It may be 12. I'm not sure. They did not indicate if it was Eastern or Central. And I'm Eastern, so. And also Pa's Spare Time on tomorrow. Tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. So I wanted to thank those people. Then I want to make a bitch. Ooh, I said a bad word. And that is the deal that's going on with Aqua Chigger. Now, any metal detectorist and most, even a lot of coin people, know Aqua Chigger. Well, there's been somebody taking Aqua Chigger's videos, manipulating them, and uploading them as their own. And instead of YouTube going after that person, they went after Aqua Chigger for violating copyright on his own videos. So I don't know how we're going to go about doing it, but we've got to get the word to YouTube that they've got this bass backwards. Aqua Chigger has 2 million, I think, viewers. And it's not right to see this guy who does great videos be robbed of all his work. So we got to figure out a way to let them know that it's not Aqua Chigger that's the fraud, it's the other dude. So if anybody's got any ideas how we can do that, I thought about making a channel just for that so that everybody can post on there and maybe get YouTube's attention, because you really can't get their attention. They don't have any real communications other than their stupid bot. So those are my announcements for the morning. And also, teacher is going to be in and out for a while. I'm just really not feeling well, so I come on when I feel like it. And also, I'm working on, hopefully, I'm going to get part 1 of my, it was going to be a sale. Now it looks like it's going to be an auction and a buy it now mixed together. I'm doing more than one because I'm doing categories. I'm doing one for my handmade jewelry and crafts. I'm doing one for coins and detecting. I'm doing one that is jewelry, but it is not my handcrafted jewelry. It's other people's handcrafted jewelry and commercially made jewelry. And then we are doing the just general yard sale one. I'm selling everything I can, trying to make this happen so I can get this research done. And so I'm going to try to get the first one, which is my handcrafted stuff, up this afternoon, because I'm still making my decisions on my coins. That's why you were seeing me going through. I have all these little boxes and bins and things that I need to sort in order to know which ones can go in the sale. So I'm a little behind on that. I also even have some first day of issue. I also collect stamps, for those who don't know. I also have a few first day of issue. This is a 1982 Christmas. Can't really see it too good under the thing, but I have some of those. And they may go. And then I have some things that I will never let go of, like my Columbian Exposition $50 that I got from Larry Powell. Then another one. I hope I do not make the person who got this for me angry. But I have a friend. His name is Bud Lane. He lives down in Florida. Bud Lane is 96 years old, and he is a veteran of Pearl Harbor. And I was bidding and bidding and bidding on this Pearl Harbor commemorative troy ounce, and I couldn't get it because it went out of my budget. And so Archaeology Mikey got it for me. And I don't know if he knew when he got it for me, because he does know that I collect military. I like military coins. But my intent for that coin, and I hope it doesn't make Mikey mad, but I think it belongs with Bud. Bud was there. He was at Pearl Harbor. And he just had his 96th birthday. And I am going to send that to Bud. Because if anybody deserves to have a commemorative coin from Pearl Harbor, it's my buddy Bud. So I talked to my brother about it last night. Bud has been a family friend for decades. So that one I won't be selling, but I've still got to make a bunch of decisions on the coins. So they will probably be in round 2, but do not skip over my handmade stuff because some of it's pretty cool. And if you need a reference as far as my quality of work, you can get a hold of Sir Benji. If you know Sir Benji, he has bought tons and tons of my jewelry for his ladies in his family. I've never had anybody come back with a complaint in all the years I've been making jewelry. So, plug for myself. All right, now we're going to go back to part 2 of the the Louisville Daily Courier's article from 1845. If you missed the first part, you can go back to my last video, and that's where you'll find the first part. And they were listing these by company and bank and pointing out what made these to be counterfeit. So we're picking up with part 2, which is the Northern Bank of Kentucky. And it says the 20s letter D pay time. Now, all these pay to individuals because there was no standardized money. Pay Thomas Kelly, dated October 28. It says 2038, but I think it means 1828. Vignette, a train of railroad cars badly executed, paper flimsy, engraved too dark. M. Scott, cashier. John Tilford, president. So if you've got that bill and it's got those things on it like that, it's a fake. $5 bills. The letter H, pay Thomas Kelly, June 17, 1818. BMT Scott, cashier. John Tilford, president. Filling up and signatures clumsy and by the same hand. So this one, if the two signatures of the cashier and the president look the same, you probably got a fake. Northern Bank of Kentucky at Lexington. $3 letters. Oops. My screen just went stupid. What is going on here now? Oh, okay. It wanted to take me back to the whole article, but it's too hard for me to read that. Okay. Northern Bank of Kentucky at Lexington. $3 letters. No, $3. Letter A, payable at various branches to W. Dunn and others. M.T. Scott, cashier. Signature and filling up in the same handwriting. Paper has a yellowish cast, well calculated to deceive if not closely examined. So this one apparently was a pretty good copy of what the original was and could be spent at a number of locations. So those guys were raking it in. $5 letter E, pay W.E. Holloway, September 24th, 1829. M.F. Scott, cashier. T.W. Tilford, president. Vignette of a locomotive and train of cars, pale but calculated to deceive. So it's telling you, beware of that Choo Choo. $10. Letter A. Vignette of railroad cars shorter by 1/2 of an inch than the genuine. The $10 altered from $1. 20s. Spurious vignette, a female dressing a wounded man. Letter D, dated August 20th, 1839. W.S. Salt, cashier. Now I do have to go to the other one because I've done my clipping. Oops. Go back, Suzy. Go back, little Suzy. Go back. Okay. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger so I can read it. Okay. Okay, back to the $20 spurious vignette, a female dressing a wounded man. Letter D, dated August 20th, 1839. W.S. Salt, cashier. J.N. Tilford, president, in place of J. Tilford. So they put an initial in this time. Payable to L.S. Standstill. No resemblance to the genuine. The signatures have been marked out in fine hairlines and which are not covered in the signature. 20s letter D, pay A. Hawkins, 1st of January, 1838. Others, November 4th, 1839. M.T. Scott, cashier. No dots between the letters MTS as in the genuine. So there's a little thing right there. If you've got one of these and there's no dots between the initials, it's a fake. No date. Okay, John Tilford, president. The word 20 on the margin near the right end of the upper part of the bill in the counterfeit is 1/2 of an inch from the margin. In the genuine, it almost touches. 20s, letter D, dated Lexington, October 1st, 1830. Vignette of a man in a sitting position with a female kneeling. Coarse engraving without any attempt to copy the genuine. $20 letter A, May 1st, 1843, paper bad and thin. 100s letter B, pay B more, July 17th, 1836, vignette dark and imperfect. Northern Bank of Kentucky, branch at Louisville. $3, pay to T. Anderson, dated August 10th, 1838, M.T. Scott, cashier. Paper light, engraving faint, otherwise well calculated to deceive. Northern Bank of Kentucky, branch at Richmond. $3 letter E, pay W. Caperton, March 9th, 1840. Signature of the president in a smaller hand and too short, paper of a whitish cast, coarse and thick. M.T. Scott's name engraved. So that's where we're going to stop because that's the end of the Kentucky list. So we're going to pick up our next one. I mean, this is a huge list and it's state by state. The next one in line is Indiana. And we will pick up with Indiana in our next adventure. This lists several states in this article. It starts with Kentucky because it's a Kentucky newspaper. Then there's an Indiana list, a Tennessee list, an Ohio list. Gotta go back to the top of the column. A Louisiana list. And yeah, so, and a Mississippi list. So there's a whole lot of information in here about fake money that was happening back in the 1840s. It sounds almost ridiculous that there would be that much counterfeit money, but it really wasn't money. It was more of a script that you could only use for certain places. And so it was much more easy to fake all this stuff. Yeah, some fakes are worth good money, but most are just novelty items. It depends on, first of all, how old that fake is. And second, whose names are on that fake. I once had a piece of money that I thought was fake and it wasn't. And then I once had a piece that I was told was real. And when I started looking at it, it was a fake, but it was a good fake, and it had a couple of prominent people's names on it. And it actually turned out to be worth more than what a real one was. Yeah, I'm back to looking at my pennies again. This must be a bin full of 83s, I'm guessing. 80s in general. These are all the pennies that I haven't really had time to look at for errors and stuff. So I'm going to leave that chore for someone else because I got to cash all this money in. I have to, because my health is more important than a pile of pennies, and I may end up giving away the wrong one and screwing myself over, but I don't have a lot of choice right now. I'm trying to raise $6,000, of which I only have come up with about $2, and my health is not going to wait. Here's another one that I'm not selling because I like Mexican money. I work with a Mexican, a band of Mexican descent. They're all Americans, but they are all of Mexican descent. They've been around since the 1960s when they had a monstrously big hit. And so I save my Mexican money. I don't get very much. Then I got this one. I have not made a decision on this yet. This may or may not go. Nice little Troy ounce. So this one may go in the auction. I got some over here that I've already got a bid on, so as much as I hate to see some of these things go, here's a beautiful, beautiful 2007. Isn't she lovely? This one may have to go. you know, my health is of much more importance. I hate to let any coin go, but I'm afraid I have no real choice in it. And I also am not letting my German coins go because my family is of one side of my family is of German heritage. And then I have some Philippines, but these are when the Philippines were under the control of the United States in 1944. So those don't go. But you see what I have to do. I have to sit here and make choices. Oh, this is a bicentennial that I found in one of our car wash quarter things. I can probably let that one go because I have found several of those. But it's a hard decision to decide what you want to keep and what you want to let go. And I kind of make that decision based on what are the odds of me getting another one. You know, it's not something that I want to do, but it's something I gotta do. So that be that. Yeah, it is a tough decision to make. And so anyway, breakfast time. Yep, breakfast time for Suzy too. I have to really start watching, making sure I'm getting all the potassium and sodium and B12 because I already know about it, a B12 shortage that I have. So anyway, let me remind y'all again. The Coin Crew auction, which starts Sunday at 1, although that may be 12. I'm not sure because it does not say Eastern or Central. So double check that because there's supposed to be a couple of items in there that are going to benefit my my little issue here. And then on Sunday, Pa's Spare Time will be promoting the fundraiser for me on his Saturday show. So y'all need to get tuned in for the Saturday Pa's Spare Time show. And I want to thank those people for stepping in and trying to help me out. And on that note, little Suzy's got to go pick up some more medication. I had it down to 8. Now I'm back up to like 14 again. And then I got to work on getting some stuff posted so I can hopefully make a little money towards the cause. I thank y'all for dropping in. Normally I come on about 7. I was tardy this morning. But next show, we will pick up with that crazy list of the counterfeit stuff. I was really looking for counterfeit coins when I found that deal with the paper money, and I just thought it was so interesting because a lot of people do collect that. I am not really one of them, but I have a few, and I just thought it would be interesting for those who have coinage and currency that is that old, especially the currency, to be given some information to check and see if what's in their collection is the real deal. So I'm going to continue with that, and I'm going to try to find some more of those very strange stories about early metal detectors. So if you do not want to do the GoFundMe, you can do PayPal. I also have, I never can remember my I have Cash App also, and I need to get these programmed in. Hey, Charles, yeah, you're late. I'm just about done here. But I'll let you go back and watch it again because there's important information about some fundraising and stuff that's in it, and also about what's being done to another content creator that is just plain wrong. You may have already heard about it, but they are screwing Aquachigger, and I am not happy about that one bit. Aquachigger was one of the very first channels that I watched when I first started metal detecting, and I don't like what's being done to him. It's just plain wrong. They are prosecuting and persecuting the wrong person. And I'm angry about it. I'm trying to put this stupid thing under here. I can't read it. F4. Oops. Sometimes I do this when I can't read things. I put it on my phone, and then I try and find it on my phone, and I can't find it. I had it. I can't see very well today. That's one of the things that it's one of the things that this, whatever it is I have, is affecting is my hearing and my eyesight. I have good days and I have bad days. Like today is not a good day, so I'm going to have to, I've never ridden the little bus before, but I'm going to have to because I can't see to drive. And I have to go pick up some things at the drugstore. I hope this is right. See. God, I wish I could see. That's what I'm trying to see. F4 CD. Now, see, I had that totally wrong. F4 C D D H E A. Well, let's see if it's right. If it's wrong, then we will just erase it and start over. Well, apparently it was wrong. Let me look at it again. Okay, I see what's wrong with it. So let's wipe that one out. And that is wrong. So, oh, come on. I'm trying to put the GoFundMe link up and my computer's just doing some crazy stuff. I don't like it at all. How do I get rid of this? God, somebody just shoot me this morning. The link is wrong and I can't. I want to remove it and it won't let me remove it. There. Remove. Thank you. Okay, let's try it again. I know what I did wrong. I need to program this in so that I never have to do this again. This should do it. Apparently there's a space in there. Now I got to get that stupid number all over again. All right, goodbye, pocket change. I know everybody's tired of watching me struggle. Let's see if this is the right one. All right, let's see if this one works. Oh my goodness. Now I'm not getting anything. Come on. Well, I give up. I don't know why I cannot get anything to work right today. It's just one of those. I'm going to pin it and see if I can get it. I hope that's the right one. If it's not, I'm sorry. Y'all can let me know. All right, well, if it's wrong, I'll fix it on the next video because I got to go. And to the person that gave me 2 thumbs down, F you and the horse you rode in on. I hope you get sick someday. And nobody will help you. So how about that? I don't feel good today. And if I want to be a little bit bitchy, it's my prerogative. If you felt as bad as I did and spent the day in the hospital that I spent yesterday, yeah. Sorry you don't like the content, but you showed up. So there must be something yet you like. All right. Has anybody tried that link to see if it's the right link? Because I can't get it to do anything. The one that I pinned at the top. Yeah, it is kind of sad. But oh well. I got to go figure out how to get on this local bus. I've never used it, but it comes right to where I live. So, and I know it goes to where I need to go. So we will see y'all tomorrow, assuming that I am feeling better. So, thank you, those who came and had something nice to say. And to the rest of you, I'll pray for you because you need help. All right. The one that I pinned does not work. Okay. Because I pinned one at the top. The first one was wrong. So I'll have to fix that. Let me just take it out of there. And unpinned it. And anyway, you can look it up. It's not hard, but I'll post it in the next one. I'm just not doing right, I guess. Okay, well, we'll fix it tomorrow. At least I know the PayPal and the cash ones are good. We can use those for now. Alrighty, I'm going. I got stuff I got to get done today, whether I feel good or not. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. I will be here tomorrow because got stuff happening tomorrow. All right, folks, we'll see you. I appreciate all of you being here. Bye, everybody.